up everyone, and greetings from my bedroom here in Venice. I'm here to cover the 2025 Venice Film Festival. I think this is my 7th year now covering the festival, and if you guys have been following me on Twitter and Instagram, you know that it is day 2 of the festival, and today was the big one because we've got 3 highly anticipated new titles all screening on the same day. We've got Noah Baumbach's J. Kelly, we've got Yorgos Lanthimos' Begonia, and Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt. I've seen the first 2, I'll be watching After the Hunt later this evening, so I had to make a choice with which of the first 2 movies I wanted to review first, and you guys on Twitter were wanting me to do Begonia, and I'll be honest, this morning I was leaning more in that direction, but now that I've seen both movies, I knew immediately that I wanted to talk about J. Kelly first. But don't worry, I will be reviewing both Begonia and After the Hunt on this channel at some point. So yeah, if you want to stay up to date with all my Venice Film Festival coverage, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on that little bell if you want to get notified when the next video has been published. And if you want to see all my reactions from the festival, be sure to follow us on the socials, Twitter, Instagram, all those links in that video description down below. The reason I landed on J. Kelly being my first film to review from Venice is because you guys know that on my channel, awards season is a primary focus and interest of mine, and when I see a film which I know is going to be a big player come awards season, I want to talk about it. And Noah Baumbach's J. Kelly definitely feels like an award season contender to me. And that's not me saying that I don't think Begonia is going to be an award season player. I just think J. Kelly is going to be a bigger player. Hence why I'm doing this review first. And I know that there's a bunch of you guys wanting to know what categories I think it's going to be nominated for at the Oscars, but we can talk Oscar nominations later. For now, let's dive in with the review itself. Famous movie star J. Kelly, played in this film by George Clooney, and his devoted manager Ron, played by Adam Sandler, embark on a whirlwind and unexpectedly profound journey to France and Italy. And both of these men are forced to confront the choices they've made in the past, their relationship with their loved ones, and also the legacy that they're going to leave behind. This movie is pure movie magic, like both in what it's trying to say, but also how it's been made. The very first scene of this film is a seriously impressive one-er, which takes place on the set of J. Kelly's latest film, 8 Men From Home, which beautifully weaves and stitches together every unsung individual from the movie set, you know, the ones behind the scenes who often don't get the credit. So from the model and production design builders to the costume department, the hair and makeup, the sound guys, the assistant directors, the dog handlers, you know, people that waft smoke onto the set, you know, to give it its atmosphere, okay? Every piece of the team comes together to create this one glorious shot that's centered around the star J. Kelly. And immediately out the gate, you know that this movie is a movie for movie lovers, which is kind of ironic considering that it's being distributed by Netflix. And for J. Kelly himself, his life has been nothing but movies, okay? He's been a star since he was about 25 years old, and he's approaching 60 now. He's had to sacrifice a lot of his personal life with his 2 daughters in order to maintain his stardom, and he has. Throughout the whole film, he's constantly being labeled by other people as like a hero of cinema, the embodiment of the American dream, one of the last true old movie stars. There's even a scene where Jay is looking into a mirror and he lists off his own name alongside all the other great titans of acting. So you got like Cary Grant or Robert De Niro, but also J. Kelly. And to him, his life doesn't feel very real, okay? His whole life has been warped by his career, by the way the world views him as a movie star. He even has this great line of dialogue where he says, "All my memories are movies." And I'm like, right there with you, buddy. But for Jay, he means it literally. As Jay embarks on this journey to Tuscany to spend a little bit more time with his daughter Daisy before she heads off to college, and also to collect this tribute award for his 35-year career, he laments on his past, and we're given a peek into Jay's mind and memories of like the significant events in his personal life and his career. And it's here where the magic of this movie really happens, because Noah Baumbach implements a series of whimsical tricks in order to put the audience into Jay's mind. Because in one scene, you're just watching Jay changing carriages on a train in France, and as he's switching from one carriage to the other, he finds himself suddenly on the set of one of the first movies he did, doing one of the first love scenes he ever had with his first on-set romance. And the transition is seamless. Baumbach uses blocking, lighting, and imaginative set design to clever effect in order to make us feel like we're wandering through Jay's subconscious. It felt very reminiscent of the memory/dream sequences from Michael Gondry's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, because it's playful, creative, but also beautifully executed. I felt so swept up in this film, whether it's the writing, the direction, the performances, the editing, everything works works harmoniously together. Noah Baumbach and Emily Mortimer's script is wonderful. Like, they've managed to find a fresh perspective on doing a character study of someone who's having a midlife or a late in life crisis. But there are so many different ways that you can interpret this film, okay? There are so many different ways to read it because it's a rumination on so many things, whether it's life, memories, the entertainment industry, fame, art, and identity. It's the type of film that if you watch it multiple times, you'll get something new each time you watch it because you'll peel back another layer. But yeah, Baumbach and Mortimer start the film off with a quote from Sylvia Plath, and the quote reads as, "It's a hell of a responsibility to be yourself. It's much easier to be somebody else or nobody at all." That's the movie in a nutshell. The whole concept of acting is that you're pretending to be someone else, and that's why Jay feels so lost, is because he's always been this actor, this movie star. He doesn't really know who he is. Who is Jay Kelly? Jay's whole identity is wrapped up in being a movie star, so it makes sense when we get a peek into the window of his mind that a memory from his life looks like a scene from a movie. It's like he's envisioning his own biopic in his own head for us to watch. In a way, fiction has become his reality. So the boundaries between art and his life have become blurred together, and it's funny, but also moving. George Clooney gives a gentle yet effortlessly charismatic performance as Jay. There's plenty for Clooney to work with here because his character is wrestling with the actions that he made in his past, like how he kind of stole the life of his former roommate Timothy, who's played in this film by Billy Crudup, or how he's always surrounded by people and yet feels so alone all the time. George Clooney is terrific here, but he's backed up by such a strong ensemble, and there were so many times in this film where I was just like, oh, he's in here. Oh, that's what's his face. I know her. Like, there's so many familiar faces in this film, but yeah, it'll take me too long to like list all of them because they're all good, but like some of my personal favorites were Billy Crudup, who played Timothy. He gets this one excellent scene where he demonstrates method acting by reading a restaurant menu. That was brilliant. But also Stacy Keach as Jay's dad, he was great. Laura Dern as one of Jay's team, she was wonderful. But yeah, the person who definitely gets the meatiest supporting role is most definitely Adam Sandler, who plays Ron, who's Jay's manager. In fact, I would go as far as saying that Adam Sandler has the B-plot pretty much all to himself in this film, and his storyline runs parallel to Jay's because they're both dealing with similar issues. But this is such a refreshing change of pace for Adam Sandler. Like, when he is given the right material, Sandler can truly shine, and he is wonderful in this. Like, you can really see the strain that this professional relationship with Jay has taken on him, his other clients, as well as his family back home. But yeah, Sandler's performance only gets better as the movie goes on. He has so many lovely little scenes in this. Like, there's a scene he shares with Laura Dern at a train station platform, and they're talking about an experience they shared at the Eiffel Tower. That was really tender. And then there's another lovely scene between him and Jay outside of a taxi where it's a real heart-to-heart situation. But also, like, the film ends on this really emotional climax, and it's very cinematic. But what really like pushes it over the edge, what made me squeeze out the tear, was the moment that him and Adam Sandler share. I don't want to say too much, but it's beautiful. It's just like, it's like friendship and bromance and guy love just all wrapped up in this big package of cinema spectacle. And I was just like really moved by it. Like, I cried. Like, this is my first tear of Venice 2025. And I'm guessing a lot of you have clicked on this video because you want to know if I think that Adam Sandler might finally get his first ever Academy Award nomination in this film. And I'm going to say this, like, he has got the goods to get the nomination here, guys, okay? Like, it's enough for a supporting actor nomination. It's deserving, I will say that. And I hope he does get it, okay? It ticks all the right boxes. He's got enough screen time. It's emotional. It displays range. He's doing something very different to what we know him as, okay? He's not playing a loud, shouty clown, okay? He's actually bringing some heft and weight to this film and this character. So yes, I do think he has a very good shot of getting his first ever Oscar nomination. So if that makes you happy, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, shall we talk about its Oscars chances? Because I do think, like Sentimental Value, Jay Kelly is going to be a big player come award season. I think Netflix should be spearheading a very big campaign for this film because it has the goods to be nominated in so many categories, like Best Picture for sure, Director for Noah Baumbach, Best Original Screenplay for Baumbach and Emily Mortimer, Best Actor for George Clooney, Best Supporting Actor for Adam Sandler. Like, the cinematography by Lina Sangren is so gorgeous. It's very reminiscent of his work on La La Land. It's whimsical, it's beautiful, it's soft and delicate. Like, it's fantastic. And what else? Editing as well. This movie is so well stitched together. Like each scene just flows beautifully into the next. Like you got one scene of like a character being punched, and then it crash cuts to, you know, someone slamming a tennis serve. It's just very thoughtful the way everything links together, and how, you know, the dream sequences or the memory sequences bleed from reality into, you know, memory. It's beautiful. Casting as well, because there's such a strong ensemble. Like I feel like it could show up in the new category of casting. And also score by Nicholas Britell. This has a lovely sort of melancholy piano score from Nicholas Britell. It feels like classic Hollywood, but it's also feels contemporary and modern. So yeah, I feel like those are the nominations I could see it confidently showing up for. But there's also other possibilities, like maybe Jacqueline Duran could squeeze in for costumes, even though it's not really a showcase of costumes. They might just love this film and give it a costume nom like they did with La La Land. But also I can imagine Netflix will be pushing for like Laura Dern and Billy Crudup to get supporting actor and actress nominations. Like if the Academy really loves this film, it could be looking at double digits. I don't think it will get double digits, but there's a possibility it could. But that's how I'm feeling with its Oscar chances. Like I think it's going to be a huge player this award season, and I'm keen to see how well it does. But yeah, those are my thoughts on its Oscars chances. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on what you think its Oscars chances are in that comment section down below. How well do you think it's going to do? Do you think it's going to win anything? Is Baumbach finally going to get his first ever Oscar? Let me know in that comment section. All right, then it's time to ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Absolutely. Like I said before, this is the film that demands to be watched multiple times, okay? You're going to get something different each time you watch it, and I'm excited to see what I get on a second watch and a third watch and a fourth. Like, yeah, definitely going to be watching it many times. We'll be adding it to the collection as well. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Absolutely, okay? If you are a fan of anyone involved in this film, Baumbach, Sandler, Clooney, like, everyone's bringing their A game to this. But also, if you're a fan of cinema, this film embodies what movie magic is all about, and it should be watched in the setting of a cinema. Also, if you're an award season enthusiast, then yes, you're definitely going to want to seek this one out, because there's a lot of potential for this to be heavily nominated. But if you're just a casual moviegoer as well, I think this is a very safe, very pleasant, enjoyable movie, okay? It's funny, it's heartfelt, and it's just a really lovely watch as well. Like, and it's well performed as well. So yes, I do recommend it. And third and final question, what score to give out of 10? I loved J. Kelly. I thought it was such a well-rounded film. I love seeing it when all the pieces of a film just click so perfectly into place. From its dazzling one-take opening sequence to its powerful, beautiful, and cinematic finale, I was left so satisfied by this film. So I'm gonna give J. Kelly a score of 9 out of 10. But as always, guys, it is just one bloke's opinion. I want to hear from you. Are you excited for J. Kelly? Have you seen it? If you have, what do you make of this movie? What do you think its Oscar chances are? What do you have to say about this movie? Let your voice be heard in that comment section down below. If you want to stay up to date with all my Venice coverage, be sure to click that subscribe button. And for more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Keough, and I'll see you next time.